What's good, Commanders fans? The Commanders make another signing here. No surprise, another Cowboy. Like I said, I'm not going to say Washington Cowboys. I would never, ever say that in my life, even as a joke, because of, how Washington Panthers with, Ron Rivera and whatnot. But so they signed Tyler Biadasz, the center for the Cowboys. Has been in the league for about 4 years. His rookie season, 12 games, 4 starts. His second season, 17 games and 17 starts. His third season, 16 games and 16 starts. His fourth season, 16 games and 16 starts. So has been relatively healthy, relatively durable. Only missed 2 games in the last 3 seasons as well. That's my son in the background. 69.2 PFF grade, which is pretty solid, about average. But you look at some of the numbers here, and throughout his career, he's only had 4 sacks allowed, 50 quarterback pressures allowed, through 1,299 pass blocking snaps. That's really darn good. So the only negatives I heard about him is that he's just not nasty enough, or is physical. Just listening from Cowboys fans, I mean, they've been spoiled with the centers they've had in the past. They said the run game was not as great as it could be. Some of that attributed to Tyler Biadasz, or you could attribute that to Tony Pollard just not being that great this season. But he handles stunts and twists and stunts well. And you look at the contract, he got a 3-year, $30 million contract. He had the 13th best PFF grade among centers that played over 600 snaps. So he will be your starting center. I do think he's an upgrade over Nick Gates. Ricky Stromberg will be learning behind Tyler Biadasz as well. He just has that experience, familiarity with the Cowboys and Dan Quinn, even though Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator over there. And that he struggles, he gets driven off by power rushers. So those are some of the things that he needs to work on for sure. Last year he only allowed 27 pressures, had a 68.3 run blocking grade as well, 61.9 pass block grade, which is, like I said, is about mid-tier, about average. $10 million per year is, I'm not gonna say a little steep, but it's about right. I mean, for a legitimate starter who stayed healthy, has shown that he can be durable. Has played well the last 3 or 4 seasons that he's been in the league. I don't think it's too bad. Went to Wisconsin as well. Had a really, really good career at Wisconsin, and he's only 26 years old. So you got a young guy, not an older guy. You got a guy who's entering his prime years as Tyler Biadasz. So, and he's quick with his instincts too. There's a clip of him recovering some fumbles too. Where Tony Pollard fumbles and he quickly jumps on. A CeeDee Lamb fumbled in the game. He's running up from like 10 yards away. He dives on the fumble. So he's quick. He's nimble. Has good hand usage. So I think it's a solid signing for 3 years, $30 million. I do think this is an upgrade over Nick Gates for sure. So, and then they announced the money for Dorance Armstrong. His contract is a 3-year, $45 million deal. $15 million per year, which I do think is a little steep for a guy who has never really started much in the league. But you look at the upside from him, he's gotten better each year under Dan Quinn. 8.5 sacks 1 year, 7.5 sacks 1 year, 5 sacks 1 year. He's just gotten better under Dan Quinn. Now, 15 mil is a little steep, and he's shown that he can be healthy too. He has positional flex, can play defensive tackle, can play in the interior as well. So I think it's a solid signing. But like I said, 15 mil may be a little steep though. But I think it's a good signing for sure. So you got 2 Cowboys on the roster as of now. Like I said, Jordan Lewis is a guy to take a look at. John Kine reported that we have interest in him. Stephon Gilmore, I would take a look at Stephon Gilmore. Bryce Huff was signed by the Eagles for 3 years, $51 million. So you look at some of the other signings, and then Kirk Cousins was signed by the Falcons. So all the talk about Kirk Cousins possibly coming back to DC is done for sure now. So just want to make a quick video. Very, very, very busy day for me. And then he had a pass block efficiency grade of 97.8. So I think it's a solid signing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do for our young quarterback, either Jaden Daniels or Drake May. I think he's a good, solid signing. You don't want to have a guy like, and I'm no knock on Ricky Stromberg, but you just don't know what you have. Of course, you got to give him an opportunity to play. And but I think it's good to have a veteran signal caller in there for Tyler Biadasz to be in there, a veteran guy that you can trust day in and day out, and a guy that's durable. Like Nick Gates last year, we signed him. He barely played 10 games. He had the catastrophic injury at FedEx, and then he didn't play a full season like a lot of times for the Giants. So this is a guy that we have signed with some durability there with Tyler Biadasz. So that's one of the positive things I can think about this signing. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. A lot more Cowboys probably on the way. I'm surprised we haven't signed any former Niners yet or any former Cardinals, but I know they're on the way as well. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. How's the Commanders? Peace.